controller. In this case, we are using RYU, in order to be able to manage all this traffic, which is written in Python. So in the architecture, there are two virtual machines, which is the test and the controller. So the test contains the mininet hosts, and the controller contains the controller. So in the first VM, there are 6 hosts and 3 switches, 3 open V switches, and there is a controller, and then in the controller there is a control plane which controls the logic, the whole logic behind sending packets between hosts. So there's also HPing3, which generates the packets that can be customized and be sent as a form of attack in order to deny a particular host service. So HPing3 is a network tool able to send custom TCP/IP packets to display, and to display replies like ping program. So that's just what HPing3 does. And arbitrary packets body and the size can be used to transfer files encapsulated under supported protocols. So this is the tool that we're going to be using for in order to generate packets and formulate some form of DDoS attack. The machine learning algorithm used is SVM, which is support vector machine. They are supervised learning models with associated learning algorithms that analyze for classification. In order to classify the tags generated by HPing3, we will use SVM classifier. In conclusion, the classifier was able to classify the traffic in the network as good, which is 0, and or if there's an attack, it brings out 1. So okay, so thank you. So for now, I'm going to show you the demonstration of how it works. Sorry about that. So this we are going to SSH into the test virtual machine, and from here we're going to SSH into the controller virtual machine, and here again into the controller virtual machine. So this -X is for telling the machine that we are going to need to use the X server environment. So as we get into CD project, CD SRC, Okay. So this is basically just going to create the scenario that we were talking about, which is 3 switches and 6 hosts. So right now, if I try ping all, it should not work. The reason is we have not started the RYU controller. So without the RYU controller, you get these X, which just means there's no connection between the host. So yeah, the switches cannot do that. We need to start the controller. So after starting the controller, HPing should now start to work exactly. So if we do it again, ping all, we will not get access. So this just shows that the RYU controller is the one putting the network together. So the next thing that I want to show, so after doing xtemp h1, h2, h3, h4. The reason why it is saying this is that we didn't set the display earlier on. So we can use this from here. It's virtual machine exactly. So we have set the display. So we can say echo $sign display. We now have the display, so we can run again. So we now have these hosts. We now have these 4 hosts. We can try again ping all to make sure that if everything is working fine. Okay, so in here, this will be for classification. So for now we are just going to try and so provide the normal traffic from host 1 to host 3 and see if it can send. As you can see there, it's sending fine from host 1 to host 3. Host 3 is receiving the packets fine. So from host 2, we are going to try to formulate a DDoS attack in order to delay host 1. As you can see from here, the time that host 1 is taking is approximately 0.1 milliseconds. So that's the range in which it's fluctuating in. So after doing the HPing, we are now getting 600 milliseconds, 1000 milliseconds. As you can see, there's some form of delay that is happening on an H1. H1 cannot now it has stopped now, as you can see. So this is some form of DDoS attacks. So it's not being able to send the as you can see, if we stop, it will go back to those 0.0 something. So this is basically what's happening. So in order to classify this traffic,